Hi guys, this is Lokesh. I'm pursuing BTech second year uh, in KL University. Let me talk about what do you think, which is the most influential social media nowadays? Uh, you can think about it, but I'm now going to the topic. That is the Instagram. Uh, Instagram nowadays, the influenced social media is Instagram. It's not like most influenced, but one of the most influenced social media is Instagram. And when we are going to see the Instagram stats just regarding the shopping only, it's around 51%. Uh, Users are trying to buy the trying to do the shopping and next you can see the stats here regarding Snapchat 1% and Twitter 3%, regarding Pinterest and Facebook. And among all these, the highest stats is having 51%. So now we will go to through the evolution of the Instagram. So now uh, this is the Instagram logo evaluation. In 2020, the Instagram looks like the logo looks like this, and let me yeah, in 2020 the Instagram looked like this, and in 2010 they only changed after few months, and it is in 2011, and from 2016 now the Instagram logo looks like this. And next, coming to the futures of the Instagram. uh, I think almost all people are having Instagram accounts, and where we can post the pictures, videos, stories, and we can give the live. And when we coming to the influences on people, like how Instagram influences the people nowadays. Currently, Instagram is one of the most influential social media, as we know this. And Instagram verifies the celebrity accounts based on some parameters like followers and activity. Normal Instagrammers users are motivating by some posts which are maybe on education or life hacks. It means when we post some motivating post, it would be help to other people. So like this, so many people are motivated on Instagram. So who posted uh, that motivation post or education post, they are called our influencers. And um, and who motivated, they are called influenced. um, Instagram users are doing challenging reels like planting fitness. It would build up our it would help the other people who don't know about it. So they are planting trees and fitnessing. These all not only doing by the celebrities, there are also normal users can do these all things. But apart from if the celebrities they will do, they have a more impact on them. So as second point, it says that account based on some parameters like followers in activity. So based on the activity also, Instagram verifies the celebrity accounts, and there will be a verified account like this. And next, statistics of Instagram. uh, Regarding gender based pie chart, we will see almost 31% of women are using the Instagram, and most of the person 90%, 69% men are using. And this is regarding top locations, Salt Lake City, and followers. It is 12 activity, 12 hours like that, 3 hours. And next, coming to the age range, this is all, and men and women is combinedly average age 25 to 34 years. are using Instagram, mostly using Instagram. And next, coming to the prediction of the Instagram. Our main aim is to make this video is to predict the Instagram reels, uh, to predict the by using cluster analysis. So now I will tell the procedure how to predict the Instagram reels by using cluster analysis, and based on the hashtags we will predict. Like first I will say the what is predictive analysis. There is a 6 steps to predict the analysis. First you have to first you have to design the project, and next you have to collect the data, and next you have to analysis the data, and next you have to model the data, and next you have to evaluate the data, and next at final step you have to deployment that model what you have created for that project. And now these will be the same repeating steps like in a circle way, because when you deployment there will be given a feedback from the users. So you have to again go through it from the feedback, and so this is the uh, circle way. And next, coming to the define project, the first step is define project. Like defining project, as I said in the first slide, that prediction of Insta reels by cluster wise. It means cluster wise means cluster analysis based on cluster. uh, the description is these Instagram metrics are straightforward numbers such as followers, impressions, reaches, likes. Based on those, we have to calculate we have to predict the Instagram followers or impressions, Instagram followers and Instagram followers and impressions reaches. And next, going to the data collection. The second step is data collection. The most challenging part is the data collection. Uh, Good data allows organizations to establish baselines, benchmarks, and goals to keep move forwarding. So, because nowadays the data is very important, and relevant data for use case we are tackling. And next, because data allows you to measure, so the data is important, and the challenging part is the data collection. And next, uh, finding the kind of information turned out to be a challenge on its own, because in such if you want little bit data, it would be fake. You can get it on Google, but when you are doing a real world project, it would be high chance not available to the in the public domain. So eventually we came up with the Chrome extension where you are going to get the data using hashtags for Instagram. That is profile, but it is the Chrome extension. uh, this profile bit I will talk about last. You can go through it. And next, using hashtags and following location, in this you will get this list of data users, and based on those users you are based on users you are going to collect the information like likes, number of followings, and uh, likes, number of followings, usernames, and so many like this, emails, so many. And coming to the data analysis, exploring the data using cluster analysis. Now I will talk about the cluster analysis. There are four types of cluster analysis: centroid clustering, and density clustering, and distributing clustering, connectivity clustering. What is clustering? First, I will tell about what is clustering. Clustering is task of dividing the population or data points into a number of groups. It means there will be a given huge data, which is like uh, unstructured data. Then you have to structure the data, like there will be given so many data which is combinedly. It means you cannot divide them into separate groups. So first you have this is clustering means we have to divide into the groups. Let me ask, uh, how can you differentiate this image? It means how can you differentiate? it bit by seeing you can say you will take some time. So if we divide these groups, uh, the model, it means the model means it is like computer. The computer should analyze this image and analyze this image and separate as a clusters. It means separate the groups. Next, yeah, this is the group of people, troop of monkeys, clouders of cats. It would be called as cat family also. And so by second image, you can group the people. It's not group the, sorry. You can group the things. It means group the data. Uh, yeah, you can group the data like this. First image, second image is much easier to predict and uh, than first image. And next, going to the centroid clustering. Sorry, centroid clustering. So centroid based clustering organizes the data into non hierarchical clusters, and for each cluster we will have an centroid of that cluster. Here unlabeled data. Here there is a just given the this point is nothing but you can think about like data. So this data more belongs to this. It means like more uh, distance is small. So here also, and like this is same, and it can be form a group. It can form a group. And next, uh, like this it will form a group. It will form a group for every cluster. Here k means the cluster. Here k means the cluster. And here you can see labeled clusters. Here this set is going to the one type of cluster, and this is one type of cluster, this is one type of cluster. And we will this into mark is the centroid of this cluster. So based on the centroid we will analyze the data. uh, so that is called the centroid clustering. And next, going to the density clustering. Density based clustering locates regions of high density that are separated from one another by regions of low density. It means simply uh, here the density, yeah, these points density are more. So based on this density they will group, they will form a cluster. It means they will form a group. So based on this type of density they will form a group. And these will be outliers which is not belongs to this group and this group, but they will, we can calculate the probability like based on distance. It would be going to this group or this group, like this. And the density, how you can calculate the density is the number of points within a specific radius. For this is the radius. For this is the cluster, and it would be the radius. And next, distribution clustering. uh, Distribution clustering looks like probability, looks at particularly probability point that belongs to a cluster. uh, if the point is here, it would be 100% probability that it would belongs to this group. And if it belongs to, if the point is here, it has 100% probability it belongs to this group. Suppose if yeah, if the point is here, it has only 30% probability to belongs to that group. And next, for this is the point, and 30%. And this would be maybe 50, or this would be maybe 50 or something else, approximately 50%. and this would be zero probability to reach to it is belongs to this point belongs to this group. So this is the distribution clustering and connectivity clustering. The connectivity clustering. A dendrogram is a diagram that shows the hierarchical relationship between objects. It is mostly common created as an output for hierarchical clustering. So when you see this diagram, first left side diagram, uh, you can group like this. It means it EFR belongs to the distance is small, and you can group like this, and by this you can group like this, and some more little bit distance, so you can group like this, and you can group like this. So you can, here you can see first the E and F are grouped, and next DEF are grouped, and CDEF are grouped, and there is a lot of distance between AB, so it would be separate cluster. It would be separate cluster. So this is called a hierarchical clustering. So this diagram is called a dendo. Sorry, this diagram is called a dendrogram. And next, coming to the data modeling, we have to model the data by using some tools and techniques, by understanding and analyzing how organizations should collect data and update and store the data into the database. So the data model is defined as an abstract model that organizes data description, data semantics, and consistency constraints of the data. So the data model is like you have to create the model by using so many techniques are there, like CNN, convolutional neural network, and natural language processing, so many NLP like this. So finally you have to evaluate the data model, like what you have created in the before step. So model evaluation is an integral part of the model development process. It helps to find the best model that represents our model and how well the chosen model will work in the future. It means uh, you came up with a model, you have to evaluate that model. Uh, it would be helpful for the future or not. It can improvise the future predictions or not, like that. And there are two methods to evaluate the data model and hold out on the cross validation. And going to the deployment, after creating model you should deploy. So deployment in data science refers to the application of a model for prediction using a new data. It means in the evaluation part you will use some training data, or a training set of data. So you came up with some best model, this is the best model. After, when you going to the real world set of data, it would be more consistent than previous training set data. So you should re-verify after deployment also. It means you will get the feedback from the users. You should go through it again. uh, you should go through it you should go through the model, and again you should start the process from this step 1 onwards. So some of the deploying models in the data science tools, programming languages, database, and PMML. These are the deploying the models in data science. These are the ways to deploy. And finally, thank you. I hope you understand a little bit. Thank you.